Oh, yeah?
Turn on the lights for you guys.
I'm almost broken.
Yeah, it's a little dark in here. It's like we're in a basement.
No mask? Yes mask? It is for schools in LA.
We good, Ben?
This is definitely not a place of higher learning.
It's not a school.
How's the quality?
You're good, and we're live.
Quality's good.
So we're gonna do Oscar first.
Hey, Oscar. How's it going?
Okay, so we'll
How's it going, guys?
Good, how you doing? Yeah. Good, Oscar.
Beautiful, huh?
yeah.
Shit. Okay. Oh. Shoot away.
The most important question of the day, what's for lunch?
Oh, yeah, you know, I eat some sushi. Yeah, a little sushi,
Nice.
yeah, it's my go-to. Try to stay in shape.
So Oscar, what do you think of the fight? Emmanuel Tagoe, 32-1, 32 wins in a row. Ryan Garcia, 21-0, 18 knockouts.
Yeah, look, I mean, Tagoe had his first blemish in his career right off the gate. Pro debut, loses a fight, and then wins. You know, so look, I know these fighters that come from Ghana very well, and you know, we don't have to speak about Azuma Nelson and you know, Ike Corte, and you know, the list will go on, but it's going to be very interesting to see how Ryan will react, how he'll react when Tagoe is right there in front of him and is not backing down. You know, the fighters from Ghana have tremendous conditioning, chin of granite. So it's a very interesting matchup. Ryan's comeback is no walk in the park.
Do you see any juxtaposition with your fight with Ike Corte perhaps years ago, and how Tagoe might present just as equally of a tough fight? Do you think he might even be overlooked?
I mean, I hope he's no Ike Corte, that's for sure. I mean, Jesus. I hope he's not, because then it's Ryan's in for a long night. But look, we don't know how Ryan's going to react. We don't know how, you know, his head is where it's going to be at. We don't know if his right hand is going to collapse on him. That's the interesting part about it. Against such a durable, strong, you know, fighter in Tagoe. So it's you know, I guess that's why everybody's so interested in it. You know, I mean, San Antonio's like, man, they're ready. They can't wait.
How familiar were you with what was going on with Ryan mentally before the, you know, leading into that break, I guess?
I wasn't really too familiar. Until we heard the news. And I understood it. Yeah, I understood it. I understood all the pressure and, you know, the pulling back and forth, and, you know, all the pressure. It's a lot, especially for a young kid, you know, and with social media and everything. It's like the world is literally at your fingertips, you know, and you're listening to all these voices. You're listening to all these people from all walks of life. They're criticizing you. They're every step of the way. They're like watching you with a magnifying glass. So it can be a lot.
Now boxing obviously like is a profession, right? Compared to like other, say like compared to like what we do, it's really high pressure, right?
Right.
You're getting into. I mean, this is like combat, and you're going in against somebody who's trained to do this, right?
Sure.
I'm guessing right? What you guys go through, say, leading into a fight, for us would be like a major mental health crisis. So I guess what I'm kind of curious is like, where does it, up to what point of it is just kind of part of the job? And, at what point does it kind of turn into, I guess, more of an issue? You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. I know what you mean. Then that's the unique part about Ryan is that he's not only a fighter. That people don't look at him as just a fighter. And that's the pressure he has on his back. He's the next guy. He's the pretty boy. He's supposed to be carrying boxing on his shoulder after Canelo. And he's young and he doesn't have the experience, and so it's a lot. I mean, I actually can't imagine myself if social media was around. Who knows how I would have handled it. So I think Ryan did the right thing. That's what you're supposed to do. Handle your business, handle your personal business. And unfortunately, his hand got injured. Kept him away for 15 months. But look, I strongly feel that that he's back mentally and physically.
I mean, that said, like the Olympics obviously were like a high pressure thing. You had a lot of stuff thrown at you when you were young.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you see a guy having to kind of step away, does it raise any questions in your head? Like, is he mentally built for this?
Yeah, you ask yourself questions. Is he ready? Can he handle the pressure? And keep in mind, it's a different pressure. It's a different pressure, than what we were dealing with back in the day. It's just a whole different pressure. You're now hearing voices from all over the world. Yeah, you can block anybody. You can turn off your phone, and you can not listen to. But in today's world with social media, you can't help but see what people are saying about you, and so it can have a pretty damaging effect. But I think Ryan has good family around him, and I think that's going to be key, is for him to just remind himself where he came from.
Well, because at the same time, like at 23, right, the level of opposition that you were fighting was like much higher too, right? I mean, does it concern you at all that it happened like at this stage? You know what I mean? Because it's one thing, I think, if you're going into like a mega fight or whatever, and you're kind of already an established champion, and okay, this is getting too much, I need to kind of step away. Sure. He's still like at the developmental stages, and I mean, if this is happening now, does it concern you at all that when the stakes really get raised, right? And now you're like a pay-per-view guy, and now you're, will he be able to handle that type of stuff?
I really think that, on the contrary, I think this is going to really help him to really like set the foundation and set the tone. It's like he'll have a solid foundation for the things to come. Because once you're crowned world champion, it's I've always said it's difficult to become a world champion, but to maintain that status is not an easy task. So, everything happens for a reason. What happened to Ryan, I strongly feel that whether it was meant to be or not, I think it can help him. If he uses it the right way, it can help him to have a solid foundation for other things that might arise, when he does become world champion.
On some level, Oscar, didn't you kind of go through some of this yourself as a fighter? I mean, I know like you were kind of raised in the suck it up generation, and just find a way to deal with it. Sure. How did you navigate it? What he was going through and make it.
Bottle it up. That's all we did, right? But tough it up, and that's actually not the right thing to do. Like, the right thing to do is what Ryan did. You speak about it. You release it. You get help. So I feel he's gonna be okay. I feel he's gonna be just fine.
So you don't think the sucking it up is the right way to, like in this sport? I don't know. I kind of think back to like remember when Hamed fought Barrera, and he wouldn't come out of his locker room for like an hour.
Sure.
Right, and I'm guessing again, right? In today's culture, we would say, okay, he's having a mental, psychological breakdown. I mean, you have to fight though, and at that point, though, the cards ready to put up, whatever, you gotta,
At that point, you have to fight, but
and he melted down in the ring. I mean, so I'm kind of wondering, like, maybe, again, sucking it up might be because this isn't, because I've heard like I've heard stories about baseball players, right, playoff series, gets benched, we find out, a couple years later, somebody told me, well, he was on the ground crying before the game. Baseball, you can come back, play the next day, right?
Sure.
You can substitute people.
Yeah.
Boxing, I mean, you're going to get your ass kicked, right? You're going to get physically hurt, and I'm just kind of wondering again, I think in a lot of things we've become as a society more forgiving about mental health issues, the files thing.
Sure.
This sport feels different though.
I mean, this is the sport where, I mean, you have to be tough. You can't crack under pressure. You have to be a man. You have to be just mentally, physically tough. And if you show any kinks in your armor, people are gonna walk all over you. I mean, look, I grew up in that era where you do suck it up, but it didn't turn out so well for me, bottling it up. So the fact that he can talk about it, maybe he does feel stronger mentally. Maybe he does feel, like he's ready to take on the world.
So you don't think as a fighter that helped you though? I know, like their personal.
Well, as a fighter, it maybe did, but hey, we're human as well,
No, but you know what I mean? Like say you didn't have that toughness, you lose a fight early in your career. I mean, we're not sitting in this office here right now.
Oh, of
right?
course.
You're not, you know what I mean?
And that's why, Ryan, I think caught it at the right time and made the right decision. He's undefeated still for a reason. He's one of the most sought after and talked about fighter on the planet today without a world title. So I strongly feel he did the right thing.
Oscar, I think we spoke about this last week, but how did he make the right move in terms of the trainer change again? As you can see, him and Canelo have stated their opinions on why Ryan left, and Ryan he said what he said. Canelo's kind of questioning his dedication. He said something to the extent of him where he would train 20 minutes and then disappear for a few days, come back. He was kind of insinuating that if you're a dedicated fighter, then Eddie's going to be a dedicated trainer. And Ryan had his, he said what he said. Was it a good point in him in the trainer change?
I mean, you're talking to a guy who had 6 trainers. I always think that changing trainers is can be beneficial, because the important person is the fighter. It's not the trainer. As far as I'm concerned, the trainer is like irrelevant. But if you have a trainer today that is going to teach you how to win your next 5-6 fights, great. And then you want to change another trainer, why not?
Mm-hmm.
If it helps you to grow as a fighter and learn different techniques. I see Joe, and I've known Joe since I was like 10, 11 years old. He's a disciplinary. He's like a no-nonsense type of guy. I mean, he'll joke around and you can see him, outside the gym, whatever. He's a good guy, but when it comes to training and getting his fighters ready, there's nobody better. And with the clip that I saw of Ryan throwing that power jab, I mean, to me, it's like match made in heaven.
Yeah.
The power jab is like the key to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when have we seen Ryan throw it? In the past. He's always been pawing it. His jab is freaking amazing, And so I see some good things coming up for Ryan and Joe. I see this relationship working out. I can't say how long because I'm a fighter who changed trainers 6 times. But for now, it's gonna seem to work.
As for Canelo, what he said, questioning his dedication in the gym, that's obviously everybody's gonna take it and run with it because it's Canelo. He's the number one guy in boxing right now. In terms of that, how do you feel about that? And Ryan's just the way his career is going and the work that he's gonna put in the gym in terms of what Canelo said.
The truth is that if look, Canelo and Eddie Reynoso are best friends. So the truth is that if Canelo tells Eddie, hey, let's go on vacation, he's gonna drop everything and go with Canelo on vacation. I mean, that's the truth. They're buddies, and they have a great relationship, and there's nothing wrong with that. Eddie has 4, 5 different or high profile fighters that he's training. The question is going to be, is he going to have enough time for everyone? When Canelo says, hey, drop everything, let's go on vacation, let's do something, only time will tell. But look, everybody has their own path and their own story, and Ryan decided that he needed full-time attention, and I agree with him 1,000%.
You remind us, are there any questions about his dedication?
No. 0 whatsoever. I've seen him work out harder than anyone, in the gym. I've seen him be the first one there, the last one out. What he went through, millions of people went through, with this pandemic. So we can't, because he's famous and because he's the upcoming fighter and we expect a lot from him, we can't really, it's really unfair to put all that pressure on him, So we feel that he's taking care of business. He's mentally getting ready and he's there, and so now he's back. Let's go.
Were you involved in guiding him towards Joe at all, or was that just on his own?
No, that was on his own.
I think you take that as a good sign.
I loved it. I loved the fact that he picked Joe. Like I said, I know Joe for many years. He can be a hard ass, and that's exactly what a lot of fighters need. Yeah.
You said yourself at the start that you're unsure what you're going to see from Ryan in the ring. What do you mean by that? I mean, how unsure are you? And don't you want to know as much as you possibly can know as his promoter?
I've been away from the ring at the peak of my career. A year, I once broke my hand. I was out for a while. So what I want to see in training is his timing. That's it. If his timing is there, then it should not be a problem. But timing is the one that takes a while to come back, especially in a fight. So the first 3-4 rounds are going to be crucial. Is he going to question himself? Is he going to question his hand? The timing of his punches. I mean, he's going to be in great shape. He'll have a game plan, but he's going to need a few rounds to adapt and to adjust. And so a fighter like Tagoe, I mean, is he going to lend himself? Is he going to be tricky? Is he going to be difficult? I don't think it's going to be one of those back and forth type of fights, like wars. It's going to be very strategic, Ryan just has to be ready.
Are there times when you can share with him big brotherly advice?
Yeah, I'll give him advice. Yeah, I'll give him advice sometimes. And he's asked for it, and we've talked, and I've always told him, look, I'm here for whatever you need. I have all the knowledge. You pick the subject. I have an answer. I've lived it. I've been through it. So, and he's been very good at listening and taking advice.
Yeah, Oscar, as a promoter, obviously Tagoe's a big fight April 9th. Ryan takes care of business. Is Kambosos next? Is that the idea?
I just spoke to Fox in Australia, and Kambosos is about to fight in Australia. He's right now, the biggest thing in Australia. He's riding on the high horse, and he's like world champion. He's the best, and I'm sure he wants to fight the good fights, the big fights, and so we've been discussing with Lou DiBella on a potential matchup in the near future. I don't mind starting conversations and picking up conversations with Lou after this fight, just depending on how Ryan feels and looks. We believe in him. Sky's the limit for him. It all depends on how he looks inside the ring, April 9th.
Oscar, Canelo yesterday said that, all the guys at 168 or 160, 175, they need to fight each other in order for him to choose who's the best opponent. Don't you think that needs to also happen at 135? When are we going to actually start seeing these fights actually happen? What's your message to all the fighters in the division right now?
My message since I retired, has always been just fight each other. There's the top guy in Canelo, right? And he has a great point. For you to fight me, you have to eliminate each other and fight the best so you can fight the man, in Canelo. It's true. I obviously I'm for me it's like beating a dead horse for so many years, and it's kind of a breath of fresh air to listen to Canelo and want to be great, and take that route of fighting the very best. It's very commendable. But yeah, at 135 especially, like the Cambosos and the Garcias and Tank Davis and let's make these fights happen. It's a matter of time, but a promoter like myself, I want to see those fights now. I want to see those fights now, and I know that Cambosos has the world title, and Tank Davis, he's a champion that has proved many times over, and but I'll tell you one thing: the guy, believe it or not, is Ryan Garcia. I mean, he is the guy. Without a title, with a title, in his young career, he is the man. Everybody wants to fight him, just like they want to fight Canelo. They all want to fight Ryan. So he's in a very interesting and position. He's in the driver's seat, and so it's a matter of, like, for us to make sure that we get the right fights, that we get him the world title, the style that he wants.
Oscar, Devin Haney and Ryan know each other from the amateur days.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about possibly?
Absolutely. I love that fight. Look, Jojo Diaz, Devin Haney, I was there sitting ringside watching this fight, and Haney's a very dangerous guy. He's very skilled. There's a lot of history with Ryan Garcia. That fight there, yeah, I can see that fight being a major blockbuster fight in time. Yeah, absolutely. I like Cambosos for Ryan Garcia after this fight, if everything goes well.
Why him most?
Because he has all the belts, and it'll take Ryan Garcia straight to the top. Because I have a plan. I have a plan of I strongly feel that a Cambosos with Ryan Garcia next can be a major event in Vegas, but an even bigger event that is brewing can be against Haney or Tank. So I would love for Ryan to have all the titles first, and then unify. And so if the plan goes accordingly, we can have back-to-back major events and make Ryan Garcia the guy in boxing next to Canelo. So,
Oscar, a quick question in regard. We're talking about the lightweight picture. It reminded me of Vasily Lomachenko, and of course the situation that's occurring in Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vitaly Klitschko is another legendary fighter that was in your era. What are your thoughts of these valiant warriors and fighters who are in the battlefield right now protecting their country.
Yeah, I mean, guys like, first of all, Yusek and the Klitschko brothers and Lomachenko, you know, I mean, they're very valiant, they're courageous young men who are going to fight for their country. They're fighters. They're proving it. I mean, literally, inside, outside the ring, they're fighters. Yeah, be careful, man. Be careful. It's we're going through some tough times. I mean, the Ukraine is going through some really, really difficult, tough times, and it's sad that this has to happen. But it shows you their character. It shows you the fighter's mentality, the fighter's heart. You know, it's like they're willing to risk their lives for their country, for their family, for their friends, for strangers that they don't even know. I mean, it's very valiant, but they're the representation of what a fighter is, you know. They're the representation of what boxing is. We're a sport that we fight for each other. No matter what. So it's commendable, man. But just be careful out there.
Could you imagine doing something like that?
Fuck. Jesus.
Do you own any firearms?
Huh?
Have you ever shot a gun?
I might have a slingshot from back in the days, when I was a kid, but no, that's why it's like, wow. I mean,
the president, like that.
Yeah, the Klitschkos, yeah, exactly. The Klitschkos are right there with. I mean, I mean, who knows if you know when you're in the battle and you're there, it's like you want to defend your country, and maybe, yeah, but it's like shit. I mean, wow. It's like it's so much respect. You know, fighting for their country. It's like what they're doing is incredible.
How does that affect the sport? It looks like Lomachenko is from what they're saying, he's over there. He's deciding to defend his country in the front lines. This might not make him available for Kambosos next.
Sure.
It looks like there might still be negotiating with Devin or whatnot. I mean, it looks like this could be the opportunity for Ryan to really get the fight that you've been wanting from. That's the type of fight,
sure.
right?
And Kambosos is fighting soon. Kambosos is fighting in Australia, and once if everything goes well with Ryan, then I'm willing to sit down with Lou DiBella and maybe possibly even flying over to Australia to watch Kambosos fight and support him, and hopefully we can strike a deal or something. But yeah, from the looks of it, I mean, Lomachenko, who knows what's gonna happen. You know, is he gonna be prepared on time? Is he gonna be able to you know train and have a proper training camp? It's you just never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Good. Yeah. Hey, look like
Come on.
Careful right now. Careful, I'm sharp right now.
And I'm not. We were talking Kambosos.
I know. Yeah, that'll be a good fight.
Come on, brother. Come on.
I would love to.
You ready to go to Australia, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, wherever I have to go, obviously, to get that fight, that would be good. We'll see what he does.
I might go to Kambosos' fight in Australia. Start talking to Lou DiBella. Because the talks are that maybe Lomachenko but with the current situation, who knows if he's going to be prepared or ready or have a proper training camp for that fight. So you know, hey, let's strike while the iron's hot with Ryan Garcia. I mean, getting past April 9th, first thing is first, but after that, it's sky's the limit.
Ryan, how do you feel about working with Joe Russo now?
Joe Russo has had a lot of experience, you know. Obviously, he's been in the game for a while. He's taken, these are his words, a lot of people that kind of didn't really have a lot of talent, and he's taken them to world champion level, you know, status. And, you know, he got to a guy in me that I got a lot of talent. I got a lot, you know, a lot to give. And the work ethic that obviously he has, I have, you know, sky's the limit. I think we're going to do great things. And he's old school. And I like old school. I like the little tricks, the movement. I mean, I watch old school fights all the time, so it's a lot to like about Joe.
That jab you're throwing is
Yeah.
You guys have bonded a little bit, as you've been working with it. You bond.
Oh yeah. Well, we had a bond when I was 17. You know, it's like I get along with Joe because he's a character. You start talking to him, he's a little funnier than you think, but he takes the shit serious. He don't mess around.
You took him shopping.
Yeah. No, we went shopping together. I didn't take him shopping. He wouldn't let me pay for him. He's like, kids don't pay. Alright.
Is there any denim left in San Diego?
No, there's no denim. He's bought the whole Macy's.
Ryan, you can show him a little style.
Yeah. I tried to, but he's like,
It's been a couple of weeks, Ryan. What's like one thing he's already like showed you that you're taking and running with it and improving on?
Well, Joe, like I said, he's old school type of trainer. Always drilling the hands up and whatnot. I bring what I bring, right? Explosion, killer instinct. I can't be in a dull fight. My mind don't let me be in it. I just always want to push the pace and land a good shot. So it's really just clean up technique, making sure that you minimize the mistakes, and hopefully things go well. But I know that I've still got the timing, still got the precision. Everything is good. Timing's everything.
Right, mentally right now, where are you, and like how different is the place you are mentally right now compared to where you were, when you took the break?
Boxing wise, pretty much same thing. I'm hungry. I've always been hungry to become the best, and I'm much more competitive than people realize. And I like to go the extra mile. Now, outside the ring, that's where it really was the issues. And me taking my break was for my own personal reasons. And it's been good because I've matured, and you kind of learn what you need to minimize in your outside life, so it doesn't affect your inside the ring. Because everybody knows boxing is probably 85% mental, So I feel good, and it was a hard year to endure with all the people talking their mess and having opinions on me and whatnot. But I think it's gonna be worth it one day, because kids obviously look up to me, and people come up to me all the time saying, you saved my life, and the things you said really helped me come out and speak on my problems. So I think at the end of the day, it'll be a good thing.
What was it that you needed to get away from?
Not that I needed to get away from. I just needed to really take a step back because my anxiety was building up, and anybody who knows, what anxiety actually is, it's not just like I'm nervous. It's not that I'm nervous or I can't fight. I'm scared. That wasn't the issue. It was deeper than that. But I've already handled that. So.
All right, guys, I have to pull Oscar. Any last questions for Oscar before he goes?
Oscar, really quick, tell me about the $2 million donation. The $2 million peso donation you gave
for Travis.
Yeah, how was that?
Yeah, he's my boy. He's always gonna be my compadre, man. What he's doing, and for families, kids out there in Mexico, Tijuana, it's like that's the least I can do for his foundation. Yeah, we're like this, man. So
thank you.
Right.
We'll leave you with Ryan.
Okay. Stop playing, man.
That's like brushing me up here.
Yeah, you're showing you the trick.
Right. Tell us that your jab has been improving.
Oh yeah, the jab is jab's definitely improving. In some of the past fights, I didn't use it, obviously because they ended early or whatnot. And Campbell's a southpaw, kind of harder to get in there. So I'll be looking forward to using my jab a little bit better this fight. We all know jab is one of probably the key in the sport, sets up a lot of shots. So I've been working on that. I have the talent to use pretty much any type of shot, right? But if I could really master that jab, I think it could take me to even another level.
You mentioned that, a lot of people have come to you and said, thank you so much for the inspiration. And I know mental health can't be solved in one statement. But for you, what was it that someone said to you, or the words that you continue to go to that have helped you, get to where you're at?
As in where at now that I'm good mentally? I wouldn't say that it was one specific thing. Obviously, I took the steps to get better. I went to get professional help, right? and then family, friends, obviously the support I have, and just picking yourself up, really. But I would be doing a disservice if I didn't say, you know, God's really, really an important aspect of my life, and I think that in a spiritual aspect, it was very important for me, and I'll probably just leave it at that.
Ryan, I know that must have been a very difficult time in your life, a very important time in your life. But aside from you leaving Eddie's gym, did Canelo support you through that time? Did he ever was he there for support for you during that time? Did he,
as in anxiety and
to
all
help you like through that moment? Canelo, like aside from you parting ways, that's on the side, but that moment in your life, was he there at all for you? Canelo, like.
Did he reach out to you? No, not about my anxiety or depression, no. But I mean,
like, did he check in on you, like
words of encouragement?
Yeah, let's get back to the fight.
Let's
Let's get back to the fight.
Right, you met Emmanuel today. You've never met him before.
Not yet.
You didn't see him yet? He was here in the hallway.
Oh, I saw him.
What do you think about him?
He got to go.
Brian, for those that might not know they have those types of issues, like, could you, I guess, what were the signs and what would you attribute to making you realize, you know what, like, I need to go and talk to someone about it? Because I would imagine a lot of people don't even know that. They just kind of like, they're not aware of this stuff.
Yes, I mean, self-awareness obviously is key. It could be a lot of things, right? Like, anxiety could form in physical aspects and obviously mental aspects and panic attacks and whatnot. For me, I just realized it was more of a, like, couldn't get my mind together. Like, I couldn't, like, concentrate on anything. Like, it was everywhere, and I had panic attacks. I couldn't help it. Like, I was just panicking for no reason. So all that was building up. But, you know, I think for me, it was a deeper aspect in life. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint it, but it's all good now. You know, that's all I do know. And for anybody that's dealing with their issues, like, the best thing you could do is just to talk about it. Because for me, it's like, when you hold it in, it just has a different effect on you than when you know, speak about it. It's like kind of like a vampire. It's only strong at night. When you bring it to light, it's kind of weak, you know. So, you know, just taking your steps, finding it day by day, and you'll find a way.
Given how stressful, right, the boxing profession, I would imagine going into like a fight or something, right? Like you said, you went in against a guy who's trained to hurt people and stuff, and you're used to kind of bottling that up to like a certain degree. And I'm guessing, I'm kind of curious, like, how did you know you were at a point where, okay, this isn't something that I need to just kind of suck up and kind of fight through like I've done pretty much everything else in my life, and I need to step away?
Well, it was affecting my everyday life, you know. I felt like I couldn't do anything. I was pretty tormented in my own mind. I mean, words can't really explain it as well as, like, when you're going through it. You know, it's like I felt very hopeless, and, you know, at times I didn't feel like living, and, you know, it was just getting into a really dark place that I had to take a step back. But by the grace of God and all the other things that attributed to my, you know, recovery, I'm blessed, and I'm matured as a man and as a person. And it's just going to get me to become a better leader and a better role model for others. So to me, it's all worth it, you know, whether or not people believe or whatever they say, whatever opinions they have on it, it's going to be good in the future.
Given the other things that you have going on in your life, was there any part of you that thought, you know, maybe I don't need boxing?
No, I love boxing. like you could see, even though I'm going through all that shit, right? I was still competitive. Like, I couldn't watch a fight and not be like, I'm gonna beat his ass. Like that's just in me. That's who I am. So, like, anybody who just seen that, like, you gotta understand, you can't kill that for nothing. That's the last to go. Like, the last thing to go in me is that competitive spirit. That won't go. That's like me. It's me in itself. That can't die out.
Now that you have this relationship with Joe, the times that Joe offers guidance and direction as like a father figure to you, even though you have a father, being that person that you could rely on the strength that, you know what I mean? Does he offer?
He does. He's like a general.
Okay.
Right? Like soldier, and he's somebody that you kind of look up to and you want to fight for, because he just, he's gonna be down there in the trenches with you.
Yeah.
Like, he's there to be there at 1 o'clock in the morning running, or just do anything that needs to be done, right? And he's gonna be there every single day, and he's gonna be focused, and we're not here to mess around, and that's somebody who I want to fight for. That, don't rely on anything. It's like, we're gonna put this work in. Like, yeah, I'm a great fighter, yeah, I'm talented, but we're gonna work like we're not. You know what I mean? That's what I like about it.
Go ahead.
So you have a history with Devin Haney
Right.
from the amateurs. Any thoughts about a future situation?
Yeah, I mean, me and Devin have a rivalry. We've had a rivalry since we were little kids. That fight should be destined to happen one day, right? Will it happen soon? I don't know. I don't know the future like that. But I hope to be in the ring with him one day, and it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast, that's for sure.
Ryan, is Damian Lillard coming to your fight?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I think he is. I think he did tell me. He was telling me he was coming. We just shot a commercial together. That's going to be iconic. But
he knows boxing. Did he tell you anything about Sudo?
Yeah.
What did he say?
No, he didn't tell me anything about to go. He said he just knows a lot. Like, he knows, like, Sergey Lipinets. He knows, like, random, not saying they're just random fighters, but, like, he knows fighters that, are not mainstream. That was kind of crazy.
Ryan just shot a commercial with Gatorade.
Oh, yeah.
How much did boxing help, renew your enthusiasm for life? Knowing that you had the relationship with Joe Russo, that you were coming back and had a fight day. What did all that mean to you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that meant the world to me, because I knew that none of this had to do with boxing. Like, none of this had to do with boxing. Like, my problems or whatever I was up to. And the fact that I finally get back to do something I love is such a relief. Because, when I'm in there, it just feels different. It feels different, like I'm at peace. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. When I'm fighting, when I'm, figuring it out in the ring, even when the punches are flying at me, there's just a peace in me. Like, I'm calm. It's not stressful for me. It just feels good. So I'm just, it took a lot to get here, but I'm so relieved. And I think that this is just the start of a dominating of 5 years. 10 years straight of me just dominating everybody. I just feel like I had to get through that moment. Now I'm just gonna skyrocket and just destroy. Like, I'm on a mission now. Like, my mindset, I could feel it. Like, I'm just on a mission, like, so much tunnel vision, and I'm just ready just to do what I gotta do, and just, that's it. And I really feel this is the start of a long, long dynasty.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that, because I think there is a perception out there that you need to prove something to, the people who have missed you, or maybe to yourself. But you're saying, you're picking yourself up better than you've ever been. This is gonna be
I mean, that's one of the realizations I came to. I always want to be the first one to shout, right? Because that's just who I am. And it's hard for that to change in me. It's like, I want to be the first one to say, let's do it. But I realized I was just doing that because I felt like I had needed something to prove. I am just a kid from Victorville, right? And I am, somebody that, people like to hate on because of whatever attention I'm getting. But if you really look at it, I did all that just so people could see me fight. Like, I went viral for boxing. I went viral for hitting bags. So, and if you really look at it, in the influencer aspect, I don't even post as much as actual influencers do. So if you really see it, it's people are hating because of all the attention the videos are receiving, not because I'm posting videos. And they also need to realize that I had a vision when I was a kid that, this is going to be important for my career, and this is the way people are going to know of a kid from Victorville is coming out. And now I'm here, baby. And now you're just going to have to watch and see how special I really am. Right. That's just the facts.
Right. Brian, Canelo had an interview yesterday, and you guys had some back and forth on Twitter as well. He's been really harsh with his criticism regarding your discipline. Why do you think he feels that way?
He misses me too. He misses me in the ring. I mean, I know he wants to see me fight too. But that's what a break is, right? Like, a break is you don't train. So I had to clear some things out, and he knows that. So the things he said was kind of shocking, but I kind of already addressed it on Twitter. I just hit him with the facts. I was kind of tired of him, tired that he kept coming at me for my work ethic, and I kind of got fed up. I've shown nothing but respect and love, and I kind of finally was like, all right, I'm just going to speak my mind, my piece, and then leave it at that. And now I'm going to just destroy April 9th, We're actually, the best thing about this is boxing is the most truthful sport in the game. So when you see me step in the ring April 9th, you will see if I have a good work ethic or not. You're going to see. So we don't even got to talk about it no more. You're going to see April 9th if I really do have a good work ethic.
You guys had a big brother, little brother like relationship. Yeah. Would you still consider you guys close?
It's more like Darth Vader and, Nah, we're good. You're good. No bad blood, man. Like, I still think he's a great fighter. And I can't hate on him. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. He does his thing. He works hard too. It's just the situation we're in right now. It's gonna pass. We probably be cool later on. If not, that'll be on him because I'm ready to be cool right now.
You guys train pretty close in San Diego, so what's gonna happen if you run into him at the Starbucks tomorrow?
I'm gonna punch him.
You're causing trouble.
Nah, we're good.
I do want to clarify something real quick on the comment that Canelo made, which I think he's an awesome boxer and Eddie's an awesome coach and all that. But as far as him saying that Ryan was supposed to show up at 12 or 2 or that he would show up, then he would leave, that's just misconception because during that moment, and I spoke with Canelo directly, him and I, and Eddie and I just want to say that during what Ryan was going through, I was trying to help my son to go to the gym. Come on, Ryan. I know this is what you've always wanted. So I tried. And when I would convince him, he would go. But then I noticed, who better than your dad, would know your son, So I knew that he wasn't 100%. So Ryan would just deliberately walk out. See, and that's the misconception because if somebody knows what you're going through, instead of hitting him while he's down, you should say, hey man, we're all family. Let's join together and let me help you. And that's what I wanted to say.
Last question with Ryan, and then we'll bring in Emmanuel. Last question.
You do have great excitement about looking sensational on April 9th, and I know Oscar talked about the possibility of Kambosos later this year. Yeah, how will you know, emerging from the fight, that you're ready for that type of fight?
How will I know? I know now. It's just a matter of how I beat Tagoe. What's this, Tagoe?
You gotta go.
Tagoe. It's really how I beat him, and I don't even care if it's a hard fight. Like, styles make fights. So if somehow this ends up a hard fight, I'm gonna find a way to win because I actually like when it's hard because it makes me go to a different gear or whatnot. But I got a feeling it might end 1 through 3 because he does open up a lot. If you notice, he may be fast, but he throws kind of crazy. So if you give me that window, I could find the window. Trust me. So you better be careful. But if not, if you make it hard, let's go. It's a fight anyways. I don't take nobody lightly. You've seen the upsets happen. Christopher Colbert. You've seen
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor. He should have lost that fight. Tefimo. So I would be a fool if I just think I'm going to go in there and run him over. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go in there, take it serious, and find my shot. That's it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, we're bringing Emmanuel up.
Ellie.
How's it going?
Thank you. So there.
Hey, Doug.
Hey.
Jay, everybody's ready. And you know how to go, right? Okay, so Emmanuel's coming up in like a minute. And then we'll do maybe 15 minutes with Emmanuel, 20, and then we'll go down for the press conference.
Dale. Trying to steal my thunder, right? Got all the secrets here.
Yeah, we program in it so it operates the camera.
Oh, is it official? Oh, tomorrow. April's gonna be a good month. What's the time you can hear? Ahead or behind? Ahead. Hands ahead. That far ahead. You almost tricked me. What's up, bro? I'm good.
Are we good, Ben?
So really, your Morado will be like April 8th for us.
We're good.
How'd that turn out for you? Was it good?
Because they'll do it, but if they do it at night.
Oh, that's true. They might do it at a certain time. Yeah.
It's good. Still live.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, me too.
All right, what are you doing?
That's true.
Good to be seen. Who are you here with?
Coach.
Ah, okay, good.
Right.
No, I know you. Good to see you, Kevin, man. When did you get into town?
2 weeks now.
Oh, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
And what gym are you training at?
Right now.
Yeah.
Coach.
What gym are you training at?
My gym, Sweatbox.
Which one?
Sweatbox.
Miami.
In Miami? Oh, you're in Miami. So, you're gonna stay in Miami? What year was that? How long ago? How long ago? Probably. Yeah. They go by so quick. Yeah, 7, 8 years ago. Yeah, I'm sure. And you look the same. You haven't changed a bit. You still look very young. Yeah, I know. And now, are you when did you get here? Oh, just now? And where are you staying? On the Sheraton? Okay, good. And then when do you go back to Florida?
What about
we have Emmanuel Tagoe and Ryan Garcia. We have a guy that a lot of people don't know about, but that is hungry. He has a whole country behind him. Yeah, he got a whole country behind him. Yeah, we also have Ryan in the next superstar. He's doing great things. And I'm just
Approximately how many, you guys each have like 1 or 2 questions? Or none, or?
Yeah, we do. Maybe one. Okay,
just checking in time-wise.
I hope that turns out okay. It didn't ruin your camera.
That's the lesson.
Maybe knockout late round or show it again. Yes, sir.
You will say today.
Hi, sorry. We should soon. Yeah.
You ready to go? A lot of fancy,
You're welcome to come in.
George Weiss, maybe hopefully they can make it happen.
Yeah. Thank you. Tyson, you should rock back.
All right, well, I'm good. Well, I'll talk to you soon. We'll talk about each other. I'll be out here if you need me.
Emmanuel, 32 wins in a row, and now you're fighting Ryan Garcia. Talk to me about the fight. What do you think?
I don't think anything because I know Ryan Garcia easy to me.
Easy?
Yeah, easy fighter.
21-0, 18 knockout. Why easy?
Because Ryan Garcia can't stand my smoke. That's why I know easy to me. But I know I hear a lot of people talk about Ryan Garcia power. He have speed. He have that. He have that. People say why Ryan Garcia choose Tagoe. By that very day, you see Ryan Garcia no have power, I no have speed because he can't spare the smoke.
It's gonna be a big fight.
Yeah, I don't see this fight as a big fight, but I see this fight is opportunity to me. That's why I take this fight to come here to showcase myself to anyone. You don't know me, but I know this is the time everybody can ask who be Game Boy. Now everybody can know me.
When you were told that he was going to be your opponent, what was your initial reaction? How did you react when you were told that Ryan was going to be your opponent?
Yeah, I'm feeling very, very happy because the time I see the call, my management call me, hey Tagoe, Ryan Garcia wants to fight you, Ryan Garcia accept the fight. I pray because for a long time nobody wants to fight me in 135, but I don't know because if you see from 7 years always I'm the rates why nobody wants to fight me. I call Deviani, he no want to fight me. I call Lomachenko, he no want to fight me. But if you know I want to fight Ryan Garcia, I think last 2 years, but he no want to fight because WBO want to fight. Ryan Garcia want to fight me and Eliminator, but he no want to fight me. But I think this is the time Ryan Garcia accept the fight. I appreciate that because I know now I tell myself Ryan Garcia is a man because I don't call Ryan Garcia as a coward again because I know now Ryan Garcia is a man. But he's no man for me, but he's a man to accept to fight me because nobody wants to fight me.
Obviously, you think the fight's easy. So how does the fight end, in your opinion? How does the fight end?
Yeah, I think I beat Ryan Garcia. If you knock out, come, fine. If you knock out, no come. I showcase myself to everyone.
What do you think is his biggest strength and weakness?
And Ryan Garcia?
Yeah.
That left hook, he take that left hook to go home. Everybody can see.
What about the weakness?
Is that?
The weakness, his biggest weakness in your opinion?
Me?
No, his.
Yeah, left hook. Ryan Garcia have only left hook. I think small right. But I know the way I manage that left hook. He take that left hook to go home to eat.
Emmanuel, when you turned pro, you didn't win the first fight. Then you won 32 in a row. What happened the first fight?
For the first fight, everybody know I don't know anything about boxing. I don't fight amateur before. I don't learn any boxing before. I don't know anything about boxing. But only God knows. God bring anyone to open my vision to me. I follow my vision. That's why my first fight I lost. After my first fight 6 rounds. I'm fight 5 rounds, 6 rounds. The referee come in to stop fight. I don't know anything about boxing. My mind no day boxing inside. But after that, I try to learn boxing small. Now everybody talk about me, hey, if you push yourself to learn boxing, you can know. After that, boom, I beat all of them. Now Ryan Garcia want to be Ryan Garcia.
So if you didn't know much about boxing before, how did you get into it? How did you start?
Yeah, I'm walking in the street because I'm street boy. I'm walking in the street. Old man saw me, say, hey guy, don't miss your career. Focus and learn something to help you. If you like, people fight, go and fight. I say, I don't know anything about it. He say, if you go and fight, everybody can see you in the telly because I follow TV to come boxing inside. That's why if I see camera, I turn horror.
Did you watch any of Ike Cortez fights growing up?
Ooh.
Ike Cortez?
Yeah, by the time I Cortez fight, I don't watch. I don't watch any boxer because I don't like boxing before. I don't think I'm turning to boxing because my uncle, the marvelous Nanaya Konedu, one madam, one father. If you know him, former WBC champion, former WBA champion. The time Azuma take the title, the third Ghana world champion, DK Poison first, Azuma, Nanaya Konedu, my uncle.
Your uncle is Nana Konadu?
Yeah.
Okay. The bantamweight, former bantamweight
Yeah.
champion. I think 2-time.
Right? Yeah, 2 times champion. He told me, hey, my son, I don't like to fight boxing. I say, me too, I don't like boxing. But I don't know the reason why God directs me to this way. By the time I focus myself to fight, now I know, oh, I can beat anyone. Why? I don't push myself in boxing proper. That's why I beat all of boxers and fight with. Now, everybody talk about Ryan Garcia. I wish this fight tomorrow. But I wait. I know small time. Everybody can see.
You're very confident. Where is your confidence coming from? What do you see in Ryan that is making you so confident?
No, I don't think I have confidence. I say what I can do. That's why you see that one is a confidence. I don't think that one is a confidence to me because me, I don't watch boxing. Ask my coach. If you ask me, I don't know any boxer. Only the people I want to fight with. I say, okay, this guy 135, everybody talk about this guy, good boxer. Okay, let me fight with this guy. But I mean, I don't know any boxer. I don't watch it. My coach told me, hey, this guy, he have left hook, he have this. I say, coach, you know me already. Don't worry about this guy left hook. People say this guy, Ryan Garcia, have speed, have power. That very day, you know the game, boy. I know the way I manage Ryan Garcia to give him rest, you understand, to eat, to sleep.
How big is this fight in Ghana? Is it a big event?
Yeah, big fight in Ghana because everybody talk about this fight. Ghana, everybody know me. Ghana now, everybody know Ryan Garcia. This fight big in Ghana, like world title. Everybody expect. You understand? But I know I promised Ghanaians people before I leave to come here because this is a rare lightweight king. Now I get a chance to come here to showcase myself to anyone.
It's a big opportunity.
Yeah, a big opportunity to me to showcase myself, but I know big opportunity for this fighter. Big opportunity to me to showcase myself. I use Ryan Garcia to showcase myself to everyone in United States. You understand? But I know Ryan Garcia is a big boxer for me. No. That very day, everybody can see. Everybody can ask, Ryan, why? It's not Ryan's fault because he knows smell the smoke.
I gotta ask you this, for fans who are now getting to know you, who yesterday don't know Emmanuel, how do you fight? Do you have fast hands? Do you have a lot of power? Do you have good footwork? What makes you so good?
Because my style in boxing different. I decide to fight Drinking Master, I decide to fight Kung Fu, I decide to fight Tanchin, I decide to fight boxing. I have a lot of game plan. If you Ryan Garcia come with power, you know that time you see Ryan Garcia is your power. You don't get power again. If you Ryan Garcia can stand my face, you don't get power again.
If you beat Ryan, what do you want next? Not looking past him, but if you beat Ryan, that puts you in a good position.
Yeah, because I like to fight Loma or David Henny. I call Loma like 7 years always. I call Loma the time I come #1 in WBO. Always I mention Loma no want to fight him. Now David Henny say, hey, I want to fight Game Boy. Now David, boom, he ran away. 2 years, I think last 2 years, Ryan, WBO want me to fight Ryan Garcia later. No want to fight me now. He accept the fight. I appreciate that. He accept the fight because he know God want to bring Ryan. I want to use Ryan to shock anybody. Say this guy is the best in 135.
What do you think of the other guys at 135? Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, and of course, Camboso's the undisputed champion. What do you think of those three guys?
Yeah, I see everybody good, but I know my side. That 135 guys, I know everybody good, but I know my side. If you ask me, I don't see anyone. But if you ask people, people can talk, this guy good, this guy good, this guy that. But people don't know me. You ask me question now, but you don't know me. Why? You know get chance to tell anyone this guy is a good boxer because you don't know me. You understand? By this the time you know me. If you somebody talk about my matter, you tell and say this guy, I know this guy. You understand? That's why I pray, I thank God to give me this opportunity to showcase myself to anyone.
What do you visualize happening in the fight?
The fight, I think the fight, go massive fight to anyone. Everybody can lie. I hope Ryan can bring good boxing to me. Everybody can feel the boxing. Everybody can enjoy the boxing. Because I know this fight, if I promise you, I can stop Ryan Garcia, I'm lying you now. But if you knockout come, I stop Ryan Garcia. If you knockout no come, I want to sit down and drink and clap for hand, Game Boy.
What do you think are the best qualities that you have as a fighter?
Plenty quality. I have plenty quality.
Anything particular?
Plenty. My left good, my right good, my left good, my left good, my right good, my head good, my stomach good. I have plenty quality.
How'd you get the nickname Game Boy?
Is that?
How'd you get your nickname?
Because game is my game. That's why I get Game Boy. That very day you know about Game Boy. If you somebody say, I don't call this guy Game Boy again, you call me Game Boy.
Emmanuel, back home you're very popular. When you step into the ring to fight Ryan, you'll have 15, 16,000 fans cheering for Ryan, not liking you. Are you ready for that?
I'm more than ready for that. After fight, everybody can tend to be my fans.
How does it feel that if you win this fight, your life's gonna change forever?
Like, I'm feel happy because I come here to showcase myself to anyone. Now anyone can know me. But I'm not feel happy special to be Ryan Garcia. Because I know I can beat Ryan Garcia, but you don't know. That's why I come here to prove to you.
Do you think that Ryan Garcia is underestimating you?
Yeah, because I hear people say this underdog, this guy underdog, this guy underdog. I like because you don't know me, that's why you call me underdog. But that very day, you see under tiger.
What's gonna surprise Ryan the most, you think, about your skills?
A lot. A lot. You too, a lot can surprise you that very day. Trust me, a lot can surprise you, a lot can surprise Ryan Garcia. I wish tomorrow.
You wanna fight already?
I can't wait for fights.
How popular is boxing in Ghana? Very popular. Soccer's popular. Football.
Yeah, boxing.
Number 2, number 3 sport.
2.
So a lot of gyms, a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Good.
What's your Instagram?
Tagoe, Emmanuel Tagoe.
Official.
Yeah.
Tell me about your coach really quick. Why do you like him?
I like my coach too much.
Why?
Because, if you my coach in my corner or my gym, always I'm laugh with my coach. I joke with my coach. If you business side, serious. If you joke side, now I'll joke, I'll laugh, I eat, I do everything about my coach. That's why I like that coach, because if you train with any coach, he no laugh with you, he no share ideas with you, you no feel happy. I like a lot my coach. That's why my coach, my coach push me a lot. That's why I try my best to speak English. By me first, I come here, I can't speak English. But always my coach push me, hey, Emmanuel, say this, say that, say this, say that. You understand? By the time I come here, I say, coach, I need translator. I say, hey, Tagoe, you can speak, go and speak. Now, I think I'm speak good, everybody can hear me well.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you too.
Can you ask one more thing? You've known Joe Russo for a long time?
Yeah.
You used to work with him?
Yeah, he know me for a long time because I trained with him like 7-8 years. He know me, he can told you about me. He know me very well.
Are you worried about that leading into the fight, that he knows you so well?
Is that?
Are you worried about that he does know you so well as he sends his fighters?
He know me very well, but he don't know my style.
You don't think so?
No. If you ask my coach I train for now, he don't know my style.
So he's like a chameleon, step into the gym and every day it's something different, so he adapts and I think, I don't know who's asking about his best quality. His best quality is, a sense of range. I mean, the kid is hard to hit just because he has that awareness and knows where to stand and knows how to position himself not to get hit.
You have a lot of respect for Joe, though?
Yeah.
What do you like about him so much?
Because that time, he see me, he like me too, I like him. He talk to me, very calm. I appreciate that. That's why I like that man.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Everybody telling me you look like income. Do you agree with it?
Yes. So now we can all head down to the.
See Oscar's belts.
Are you recording?
I'm live, by the way, so you know.
Going down. Lobby.
No, I've got it.
Hi, Lisa. Joe.
Hi, Lauren.
It's all about what
Sean, real quick, give us your thoughts on the brothers' fight against Emmanuel Tagoe. Fighter we don't know much about. We were just speaking to him. He feels that he's pretty confident that he's gonna beat Ryan. Just give us your thoughts. Have you guys looked into him?
Yeah, he's a good fighter. I mean, but on our end, we're training very hard, just like we would do any fight. So we're prepared for anything, and we'll see what he got coming in for night.
Yeah. What do you think of Ryan and Joe's chemistry right now? I know they've had like maybe 2 weeks together now.
But we knew Joe for a while, so we've already built that connection. So right when we saw him, we just started where we left off. So, it's a great connection between all of us. We have fun while we're doing it, and teaching Ryan new things.
Yeah, and your thoughts in terms of Ryan making that trainer change and what Canelo said about him. I'm pretty sure you guys saw it already. Ryan said what he felt on his Twitter. What were your thoughts on just how things played out?
I mean, we love Eddie. We love Canelo. We love that whole entire team. But we're a team also. And Ryan's Ryan. Canelo is Canelo. And we just had to part ways. But we wish them the best, and no hard feelings.
Yeah. What do you think Joe brings to the table? I know you said you guys have known each other. Ryan pretty much started his amateur career with them. What do you think Joe's gonna bring to the table? Eddie in his own right is a great trainer. But Joe,
I think Joe's an amazing trainer. He's been in this game for a long time, so he has a lot of experience. And he's just we're not changing Ryan's style at all. Joe doesn't do that. He's just tightening it up in a few spaces of that.
Yeah. Last thing, can you give me your thoughts on Canelo versus Bivol? They're set to have their press conference tomorrow. What do you think of the matchup?
It's a good matchup. I mean, Bivol's big, but we've seen Canelo go against big fighters, and now it comes him knocking him out. So, I mean, Bivol's good. I think he's a little too slow. So I think Canelo can be able to catch him.
Yeah. How was it beneficial being in that gym, just learning from Canelo? What you guys got out of it? You get to take it and build upon it with Joe's input now.
Yeah, no, we learned a lot from Eddie. You can't take that away from Eddie. So Ryan's learned a lot. It was great while it lasted. We just have to part ways now, though.
All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey,
yeah?
Yeah.
Let me, I'm like,
No, it's cool.
I got some.
Hey, Chris.
Voy a hacer las entrevistas por Infinito Magazine porque él no puede. Mi cámara.
I'm from Infinito Magazine. I'm this one. Infinito Magazine.
Yeah. No, just so that you know that I'm over here, but I'm helping him.
So they're all just like standing. But he had a good fight and he wanted to get that. That's why he chose to go and get both. He really wanted to. Promise you that.
What's like on how the training been going so far? So you are compared to a person has training.
You know what? Work ethic's the same. Still got the same mentality. Still hungry. Training wise, is it any different? Yeah, they both got their own styles. They only got their own ways of training. Joe is more round based. So you guys are doing a lot of rounds. Like maybe like 3 times more than Eddie. You know, Eddie's more of a like I don't know.
What do you think benefits most when you're training different?
Say what?
What benefits you the most when you're training different?
They all got their pros and cons. You know, Eddie is obviously a very smart man when it comes to being in the ring. He knows a lot about the sport of boxing. He obviously got Canelo where he's at. Joe has a lot of experience himself, been in the game for over 30 plus years. They all are great trainers. At the end of the day, but if you really think about it, there's no great trainer without a great fighter.
You mentioned that Eddie Reynoso, you tweeted that he wouldn't make time for you. No, thank you. Okay, no worries.
How are you feeling? Talk to me about what it's like to get back in the ring after
I'm mad happy.
You're mad happy. You're mad happy to be back in the ring.
Like that shit.
I do like
that. No, but for real though, I'm happy to finally be back in the ring. Obviously, it's been over a year.
Excuse me. Oh shit! Damn. Joe.
LA, you have to find out.
So you're going to be expecting this April 9th.
April 9th is the same explosion, the same timing, everything that you know what I bring. It will never be boring. I know that for a fact. I won't let it be boring. I literally physically can't let it be boring. So, yeah, there will be a special moment in the ring. Just keep watching.
And then we were talking to Emmanuel and he said that nobody else wanted to take this fight, that you did. Tell us what you decided, because you're very young and I know that you have a lot of experience also, but he does too.
Right. You know, I don't know how much avoided Tagoe actually was, but I know that he never had the opportunity to fight a guy like that. And now he's getting the opportunity. He's hungry. He's going to be looking to try to make a statement. So I cannot take this lightly. That would be a disservice to myself. I will be taking it 100% serious. And if it gets hard, let's do it. I'm ready for it.
I'll do my best. Thank you.
Excuse me, guys.
How was your shoot yesterday? Was it fun?
It's horrible, man. No, it's amazing. Gatorade. Gatorade's awesome.
You're the first boxer to ever do something like that,
Yeah,
ever.
it's a national commercial. Probably be airing after the fight, and I'm honored.
Do you knock anybody out on the commercial?
No secrets being given out.
Ryan,
Except that one.
I know you've been blessed about Canelo, but what do you think about his upcoming fight against Bebo?
Oh man, that's gonna be a good one. You know, people don't expect that Tagoe is pretty good. Like technically wise, he's good.
And if you guys want to, we will have a Q&A portion for the press conference after we do all the introductions. If you want to ask a question, we have a mic. There's a mic over there on that side. So
What's up, Slim? What's up?
Yeah,
we're good. What's good?
We got the XL row right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan, how do you feel? How's it going? How's it going? Okay, so just really quick, if you want to ask a question during the Q&A portion of the press conference, there is a mic on that side, and you can stand and ask a question. Thank you. Emmanuel Tagoe. Emmanuel. Hey, Joe.
It's good, it's good.
Emmanuel? Okay.
That's what we come on. Yeah, we're good.
Can we have the mics on, please?
Double check original audio.
It's good. Is it good?
Good.
We're good?
Yes.
All right.
go live in 30 seconds. Live from the Golden Boy headquarters in downtown Los Angeles at the Golden Boy building. I'm Bethel Duran, your host for today's press conference, getting ready for Ryan Garcia against Emmanuel Tagoe. Kickoff press conference, Tagoe versus Garcia, a 12-round lightweight fight presented by Golden Boy in association with Develop Entertainment. This event is sponsored by Hennessy, Never Stop, Never Settle, and Bet Online, your online sportsbook experts. The fight will take place Saturday, April 9th, in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome, and will be streamed live exclusively on The Zone. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be or around the world as we get ready for this fight that's going to take place in San Antonio, Texas. Joining me on stage today, we have the chairman and CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, the Hall of Famer, Oscar De La Hoya. Thank you. To my left, DAZN's Executive Vice President, Joe Markowski. Lightweight contender from Ghana, Emmanuel Game Boy Tagoe. And making his long-awaited return, undefeated lightweight contender, Ryan Garcia. All right, so as we get ready for this fight, good anticipation, thank you all the media that turned out, see the promotion, the building looks beautiful. Let's get to the man that runs Golden Boy Promotions, the Golden Boy himself, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, how you feeling?
Great. I'm excited that we can finally see Ryan Garcia back. As I was talking to Ryan, I was thinking about how boxing misses Ryan Garcia. You know, when he fights, people watch. When he talks, people listen. And that's exactly why I keep telling everyone that he's a special fighter. When he steps inside that ring, he has something that will make him and makes him great. But first thing is first. Tagoe, I was studying a little bit about him, and being from Ghana, having to lose his professional debut and have an undefeated record after that for many years. It shows me that he's tasted defeat, but he doesn't want to taste it again, which makes him very, very dangerous. So Ryan knows exactly what he's up against, but that's exactly who Ryan is. Look, he's been off for 15 months, and we're glad that he's back. He's healthy. He's ready to go. But he knows that it's not a walk in the park. April 19th will not be a walk in the park, and he knows that. But that's exactly what makes him special. He will be ready, and April 9th will be something special to watch.
Yeah, definitely in San Antonio, Texas. You'll see that. Joe Markowski, the executive at DAZN. Joe, you promote fights all over the world, but there's one kid who just moves the needle so much, isn't that? It's Ryan Garcia.
It isn't. Ryan's a long-time friend of our business, a long-time DAZN fighter, and someone who, to your point, and to Oscar's point, which I echo, moves the needle, and he does so in a way that many fighters don't. So we're delighted to have Ryan back on the platform. Ryan is your friend. It's great to see you back. in your day job. We applaud the bravery with which you spoke about your struggles over the last 15 months, and we're delighted you're healthy again and ready to fight for the zone. We're delighted to welcome you back. Look, Ryan starts our fantastic run of content in the next 2 or 3 months. You've got some fantastic shows coming up. This kicks it off on April the 9th. No easy walk in the park, as Oscar said. My friend Lou DeBella has been talking to me about this man to my left for some time, and those of you who know Lou, when he talks, you have to listen. But he's been talking about this matchup for a while, and we're excited to be hosting it. It kicks off a fantastic spring and summer of content for us. We'll be in San Diego tomorrow talking with Canelo Alvarez and announcing that. Taylor Serrano, a historic fight at MSG between two fearless ladies on the 30th of April. So a fantastic one of shows coming up. As I say, yeah, great to have Ryan back on the platform. If he wins this fight, there are some fantastic fights for him. The lightweight division is on fire. Let's see what happens with Haney. Let's see what happens with Kambosos. Let's see what happens with Lomachenko. The opportunity for Ryan is absolutely massive, and I know that he'll be bringing it on April the 9th. We're delighted to host the party.
Yeah, and then also March 19th, down the street at USC, Virgil Ortiz on the card. So this will be a stacked time for the Zone. Make sure you follow all the Zone social media platforms. They'll give you all the information on what's coming up, because it's fight after fight after fight. That's what we want, right? We want the fights. And man, before we get to you, Emmanuel, who wanted this fight, your promoter, Lou DeBella, was not able to be here today, but he did send a statement. I want to read this from Lou DeBella. Quote, I want to thank Ryan and Golden Boy Promotions for giving Emmanuel yet another talented, hungry fighter from Ghana an opportunity to show his talents on the world stage. With Ryan's immense popularity, he and his promoter could have come back against anyone. In Tagoe, they chose a legitimate and dangerous contender who's won his last 32 fights. Emmanuel isn't an easy touch. He's a real threat. I applaud Ryan and Golden Boy Promotions for seeking this kind of challenge, and look forward to a great fight on April 9th. Those are the words from Lou DeBella. Now, when you start talking about the fights, you start wondering, okay, who is the main event, right? Well, you know it's Ryan Garcia. He moves the needle on social media. He gets the clicks. Everybody, love him, hate him, whatever, you're going to have an opinion on him, and he's back in the ring for the first time in 15 months. Ryan Garcia, how excited are you just to get it going?
I'm very excited. It's been a long time, 15 months or so, and I have a great opportunity. You know, Tagoe was a legitimate contender. I have nothing but respect for him. He has a big opportunity himself here. You know, he's been looking for a tough fight. He's been looking for one of the fights that could either make or break him, and I'm looking forward to a dogfight. I mean, if it so happens to be one. So definitely not looking past him, whether or not people think he's a good contender or not. I respect him, and I think it's going to be a good fight.
The words of Ryan Garcia, Emmanuel Gameboy Tagoe from Jamestown, Ghana. I heard you on the red carpet. You said this is going to be an easy fight. Why do you think that?
Yeah, first of all, let me thank my management, Peter Khan and Lou DeBella and my coach, because I know he gave me this opportunity to showcase myself to everyone, because I know people don't know me, but after this fight, people can ask, who be this guy? That's why I told you, because I know Ryan Garcia. I respect him a lot as a good boxer, but he's not my style.
There's the Game Boy from the very
that's my name, yeah.
There it is. Why is it named Game Boy? Because every game he plays, he wins. So that's how he has that attitude. Yeah. Oscar, you hear him talk, he's very confident. What do you think?
I want to play Mario Kart now. Can't beat me in Mario Kart, I promise.
I know you can talk because I know you talk a lot, but I try myself to speak English for everybody can understand me, but I get a translator to talk, you know I can talk to you. The same, if I go the ring, I can beat to you.
Oh, no, I was just saying, I was talking about Mario Kart, but yeah.
And Emmanuel, we do appreciate you. Like you said, he chose not to use a translator. He wanted it
Thank you, though.
Thank you. English. But I guess a lot of respect between the two.
That very day, you can spare Ghana pepper.
Well, I thought it was going to be a normal back and forth. No, you got that smile. You like me. That's fine.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You know, it reminds me of, you know, Ghana has some amazing history with Azuma Nelson, Ike Corte, And so I know it's gonna be a wonderful fight. You know, both guys are gonna be ready, both guys are gonna go up in the ring with nothing to lose and with everything to lose. That's the mentality. So, I mean, if there's someone who knows fighters like Tagoe, it's me. And I can see it in his eyes. But that's exactly what Ryan Garcia is all about. You know, he respects his opponent. He knows he has to work hard. He's ready to come back. Can't wait to showcase everything that he's been learning with Joe Russo, great trainer. When I heard about it, I was ecstatic because Joe Russo is a guy that you can hang out with and laugh. But when it comes to training, he's a serious guy. He's gonna instill a lot of knowledge. All that knowledge he's accumulated over the years when training the very best. So I can't wait. I can't wait. April 9th will be a special night. Not only Ryan's return, but we are going to witness a great fight from both guys.
Oscar, you said it earlier this week that you've had a lot of different trainers when you were fighting. Sure. You know, Ryan does this, but it seems like he wants to continue to learn. How do you think?
Well, look, I mean, you're talking to a guy who changed trainers 6 different times. So you can imagine everybody who talked and talked and talked and talked. This is if things happen for a reason. If you want to be great, you have to learn from the very best. And there's times that you're going to change trainers. It's all about bettering yourself. It's all about, you know, getting the attention that you deserve. It's all about, who knows exactly what happened, but this change, this move that Ryan made is for the best. That's all that matters, because we're going to see the very best from Ryan. We know that for sure.
Emmanuel, Ryan making changes, hasn't fought in 15 months. You know, you're ranked number 10 by the WBC. Are people giving you enough credit?
Yeah, because Ryan know the person he come to face. That's why he changed the coach, because he know he come to face the Ghana real lightweight king. That's why he changed the coach.
Now get ready, Ryan. You hear this? Your opponent is right. Everybody says something about you, right? That's what you do, right? Everybody's gonna have an opinion on you. How do you stay locked in and say, you know what? Let me focus on boxing.
No, I've been doing it since I was 7 years old. I've been boxing my whole life. I know what it takes. I know the discipline you have to do, the sacrifices you have to make. What makes me so confident is I've been in the ring so many times. Over 200 amateur fights. I've had already 21 professional fights. I've been in camps, obviously with Canelo and whatnot. I've seen a lot of experience in front of me. So I feel like I'm very comfortable in the ring now. I'm very confident in how I fight. And I know that whoever's in front of me, it will not be easy, that's for sure. And whether or not this fight is quick or a long fight, I'm ready for whatever.
And for the people who say, you know, Ryan's not really dedicated to boxing. He's only doing everything else.
I mean, what can I say to that? Really, I'm actually smarter than you think. I had a vision when I was young, and I said this social media is going to play a big part in the game, and I took advantage of that, and I wanted people to know the kid from Victorville, and that's how I was able to show people that, yo, I'm coming. And now it's time to actually show it, because now everybody knows who I am. So I really sure, like, seen this. You know, I've seen it before it happened, and now I'm ready to just go on a good 20-year reign, maybe more. Who knows, honestly. It's going to be good.
April 9th in San Antonio, Alamo Dome, exclusively on the Zone. April Garcia, you'll see that. But right now, we'll open it up to questions from the media. We'll take a couple, if you like, a question, step to the microphone. Or we could just have Ryan and Emmanuel go back and forth about who's going to win Mario Kart. Emmanuel, when you come here and nobody knows you. You know, you're looking at this, a lot of cameras, a lot of questions, but at home in Jamestown, you're the man. You're a big celebrity. How does your town feel about you fighting?
Yeah, my town feel very good because my town know me very well. You know what I can do. That's why my town, if you go there right now, everybody feel happy because you know the game well.
All right, you'll see that. So, Joe, last word for you. Ryan Garcia, Emmanuel, April 9th in San Antonio. You know, you put fights all over the world. So, what's it about going to Texas?
Texas is a great fighting state, and San Antonio is a great fighting city. A lot of our audience, obviously given the Golden Boy relationship, our relationship with Canelo, the Mexican American community, that's a strong community in Texas. So I'm pretty sure the atmosphere is going to be electric. That's great for our broadcast. It's great for people watching at home. And we're really happy to be, as I say, delivering for those fans on a week-to-week basis now. We're doing that all the time. We've used the time that COVID afforded us to really think about how we can serve those fans in the best possible way, and we're doing that. And our business is healthy as a result. So back in business with Ryan, continuing our relationship with Oscar and his team at Golden Boy, we couldn't be happier about both.
One of the cool things I like is that your social media team has covered all of it, not just the fight you're working. They expose everything. They cover everything. I like that because the zone is for boxing.
Yeah, that's a refreshing change in the boxing industry, right? And that's not an accident. We made that decision on purpose. Many of the team who fuel that are here today. We want to serve boxing fans. We want them to be on the zone as often as possible. We want on our social media channels as often as possible. Ryan is a unique beast in terms of his ability to engage an audience beyond boxing. The rest of boxing can learn a lot from Ryan Garcia in terms of how to engage an audience, especially a young audience. I think in the broadcast space, we're not quite on the Garcia level in terms of following and engagement. We're getting there, and we're learning from him, and hopefully he's learning from us.
See that in San Antonio. Oscar De La Hoya, last words. Hey, why should they watch this fight?
Well, just to touch on Ryan's career, he's undefeated. Everybody who we faced him with, he knocks out, he beats. You know, everybody talks about his social media presence and this and that, and he's not focused. And Ryan Garcia is always the first one in the gym and the last one out. You know, Ryan Garcia's social media, we actually wish we had it, right? And everybody's talking shit about it, whoever wants it. So he's actually ahead of his time, and he's actually doing great for the sport, and he's focused in his game. So come April 9th, yes, the world will be watching, and we can't wait. And he will be ready, and Tagoe will be ready, and it'll be a great fight. So let's just watch.
Ryan, close it out, baby.
Hey guys, so last announcement, right? Last statement is me and Tagoe, he has to go. I was kidding. No, I can't wait for this fight. Stay tuned. This is going to be a great fight. He's coming with something to prove. I'm here to prove that I'm still here. This is going to be a crazy, crazy atmosphere, and I can't wait to share the ring with you. Let's give the fans the best fight we can possibly give. Let's go.
There it is, there it is. So April 9th in San Antonio, live on the zone. Let's get everybody up here for a picture. Everybody in the front row right there. Good job, everybody. Ryan Garcia, Emmanuel Tagoe, K-Boy, Jamestown, Ghana. Ryan Garcia, Victorville, California roots.
Está bien, está bien.
Actually, I'll switch over a little bit right here. Over here to Emmanuel. Tape right there, scoot over, come on. Yeah. Just stop Hogan and put down this tape. We gotta make sure we get the tape down in the center. Yeah, it does. Okay. Alright. Back up a little bit.
The flash shoot.
Over here.
Same thing I did to the flash shot.
Right there. Alright, Thomas, I got you. Photographer, take care of you. The white?
Right here.
April 9th, San Antonio, Texas, live on the Zone. You can be able to get that Emmanuel Tagoe, Ryan Garcia. Let's just do one right now between just the fighters right now. Here, let me talk first again. Undefeated Ryan Garcia, Jamestown, Ghana, name boy.
Face off.
Face off no more. Told you, Emmanuel, we do a lot of this. We do a lot of things, Emmanuel, get used to it. There we go. April 9th, live on the Zone. You can check it out in San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, good.
I can't wait for this fight.
You got let's go. We'll see that. In San Antonio, so for everybody involved.
You wait or you can't wait? You do it. March. I can't wait. If you like now, I'm okay.
Bring it on, let's go. There you go. Remember, don't come out for free, everybody. We'll do that April 9th. You gotta sell some tickets now. Come on now. There you go. So for everybody involved behind the scenes, Ryan and Emmanuel, Golden Boy in the Zone. I'm Dr. Grant. Thank you for watching. Goodbye from Los Angeles.
All right, good seeing you, huh?
Okay.
They just want to hear your opinion about talking about this matchup.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a great fight. I mean, look, styles make fights, and to go from Ghana, a lot of conditioning, relentless, good power, good chin. You know, I mean, I'm a little worried about, how Ryan's gonna react with his right hand.
What do you think about him being so unorthodox to go?
It's a problem. It's a problem, but these are the exact styles that Ryan Garcia needs in order to grow as a fighter. In order to grow as a fighter and be ready for the championship fights in the near future.
Oscar, we didn't get your take on Canelo's upcoming fight with Bivol. I know we spoke about what he should do next about a week ago, but what do you think about this matchup stylistically at the full 175?
I love the matchup. I love the fact that he chose him. He's a dangerous guy. I just hope that that the U.S. allows him into our country because he is from Russia. He's training in Russia, so I sure hope that he can fly over and that fight happens.
Yeah. Speaking about that fight, it was offered that the Charlo Benavidez or Bivol Gigi. Which route would you think he should have took? You think he took the right route?
I think he took either route is great. I think as long as he fights everybody, it's great for boxing. But now that I think about it, it does worry me that Bivol being Russian, can he get into the States? That's going to be the problem.
His training camp did kick off in Uzbekistan.
What's that?
His training camp kicked off in Uzbekistan, so he might be able to go around. But aside from Bivol, what challenge does he present for Canelo? Can he pull it off? Can he beat Canelo?
I really haven't studied Bivol too much, but I'm actually excited that fight is taking place. Bivol is one of the dangerous ones, and so either fight with Charlo, with all the rest of the guys, it's a great choice. I think Bivol is a perfect choice. He's a dangerous fighter. He can derail Canelo at any time. So I think he made the right choice.
Yeah. Okay. Last thing. You gotta be proud of where Canelo's at. You had a lot to do with building him up. Just reflecting back on you guys' run prior to him parting ways with Golden Boy, where he's at now. It looks like he's looking at 3 fights for $160 million. That's big, Oscar. You had a lot to do with that. That keeps Mexican boxing at the very top.
We're proud of it. I mean, we're proud of what we build. We're proud of the foundation that we've laid for him. And now we're excited to be working with the next superstar, which is Ryan Garcia. And so it never stops with us. We know how to build champions, and that's what we do best.
Oscar, hablando de Ryan Garcia, un campamento nuevo con Joe Russo. Cuéntenos
usted ya lo mencionó en inglés, pero cuéntenos de cambiar de entrenador, deja a Eric Reynoso.
No, el cambio de entrenador yo creo que va a ser positivo. Un peleador como Ryan Garcia necesita su propio campamento, su propia pues atención de entrenador 100%, así que yo creo que es un buen cambio para Ryan García.
Canelo, 165 millones de dólares, pero una de las cosas que yo veo, Oscar, es el zurdo Ramírez quería la pelea con Bivol y Jaime Mujía quería la pelea con Triple G. Ahora son las siguientes dos de Canelo, eso le duele poquito también a la empresa.
No, pues mira, todo en su tiempo, todo en su tiempo. Jaime Munguía, yo creo, entre un año vamos a empezar a hablar con quizás hacer una pelea con Canelo y el zurdo Ramírez ya está listo, ya está esperando por su oportunidad contra Canelo, así que tenemos a dos gallitos en varias divisiones que pueden pelear con Canelo, porque mi sueño es de que haya un duelo entre México y México. Son las mejores peleas, como lo hizo Chávez contra Sebastián Martínez, como lo hizo Morales y Barrera. Son grandes duelos. Hace falta un duelo como esos, México-México.
Oscar, ¿cómo se le puede ganar ahorita a Canelo Álvarez?
Pues hay muchas maneras, hay muchas maneras. Obviamente se requiere mucho talento, pero la verdad que se requiere huevos. Es todo. Se requiere huevos.
Ya tiene todo para reemplazar a Canelo como no solamente libra por libra, sino cada
Está joven Munguía. Hablando seriamente, sí le falta un poquito, más experiencia. Yo no tengo ningún problema enfrentar a Munguía con Triple G, a enfrentar Munguía con Charlo, a enfrentar a Munguía con quizás Andrade, pero con Canelo yo esperaría quizás un año, porque Munguía tiene que está jovencito, así que le falta más para madurar, para estar más fuerte, pero un duelo entre Jaime Munguía y Canelo sería excelente.
¿Crees que el Golovkin le está dando la vuelta a Munguía? ¿Crees que el Golovkin le está dando la vuelta a Munguía?
No, para nada, no, yo creo que esa pelea estoy seguro que va a suceder.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Oscar. Okay, how we doing, Ben?
You're good. You're good. Are we done?
I think we're done. I'm gonna log off.
Okay.
All right.